An historic ratification last evening for the governing Progressive Liberal Party. Welcome to the weekend and Good Friday Evening Bahamas. I'm P.L.P'S Munnings.
I'm Kishla Adderley. Thanks so much for joining us tonight. Topping the news, a massive crowd gathered at the P.L.P. headquarters last evening as the largest number of candidates got the nod of approval to carry the party's banner in the upcoming general election.
A number of new faces and not so new are a part of the P.L.P's team on the election battleground. Last night's ratification comes just days before the party goes into its national convention.
The first candidate ratified was the current Prime Minister of the Commonwealth of the Bahamas and the next Prime Minister of the Commonwealth of the Bahamas.
Once Progressive Liberal Party leader, Prime Minister the Right Honorable Perry Christie was officially ratified by the P.L.P's National General Council to represent the Centerville constituency of New Providence in the upcoming general election Thursday night. The council added a cadre of experienced and new politicians to that roster. Real estate broker and entrepreneur Renika Knowles has been ratified to represent the P.L.P. in Killarney. Petroleum executive on Grand Bahama, Reverend Preston Cooper, will represent the party for East Grand Bahama. Fisherman Clay Sweeting is the party's standard bearer to represent his hometown of North Eleuthera. Veteran Grand Bahama educator Norris Bain will run for the P.L.P. in Marco City. Senator the Honorable Alex Storr has been ratified for the Elizabeth constituency. And His Excellency P.L.P'S Forbes is excited to represent the people of South Andros and Mangrove Key.
As your candidate, once elected, I give you my word as a young person. The youth of our nation will have a friend in Parliament.
There was a dire need for an expansion of educational facilities in North Eleuthera, so we added to the North Eleuthera School complex. I pursued job creation and many other initiatives in the North, and I will continue to fight for the youth.
I will advocate for the clinic in High Rock to be transformed into a mini hospital equipped with ambulance and 24-hour service.
I'm going to be an advocate for young people. I'm going to be an advocate for education. I'm going to be an advocate for sports and sporting facilities throughout the length and the breadth of the Commonwealth of the Bahamas.
I would also like to thank the officers, executives, stalwarts, and members of the Elizabeth branch of the Progressive Liberal Party who sought me out, stood behind me, and would not rest until they were given the candidate of their choice. This is a party of legacy, a party of a strong history of empowering our people. This is the party that we have built from the ground up, a party who believes in the small man.
9 members of the cabinet were also ratified by the P.L.P's National General Council Thursday night. They all share a common denominator. Another election win for the Progressive Liberal Party is victory for the Bahamian people.
I've been working in Pinewood since 2011. Every day, every week, every month, every year, non-stop. Now you think, after all of this hard work, they can come and take Pinewood from the P.L.P.?
I would like to say, as you all may realize, that this election coming up is the most important election for the P.L.P. to win in our history. We have to win. We must win. And we will win.
The work on Grand Bahama has already been done. Thanks to the great effort of my colleagues and the Progressive Liberal Party, we have laid a solid foundation, and the people of Grand Bahama will give the P.L.P. a next 5 years in governance.
We didn't write the record, you know. If you look at the Department of Statistics, they said 32,000 jobs were created since we came to office. That's not our position. That's the department position.
When you are out there with our message, remember, this is a great organization with a great message and a great history. And remember, every single house, every vote counts.
When the roll is called, my Carl will be there. The P.L.P. will be the government, and the rest of them will be vanquished.
The work that's being done is because of this government. And because of this government, we're going to win the next election.
If you're registered, make sure that everybody in the house is registered.
Everybody in the workplace is registered. Everybody in your community is registered, because we have shown you over this last 5 years what a government with its mind made up can do.
And I want to thank the Prime Minister. I want to thank my parliamentary colleagues, and I wish to thank you, the people who formed the Progressive Party, for continuing to repose the confidence in me to ensure that I know that I'll bring home that bacon from Cat Island, Rumkey, and San Salvador.
With the majority of general election candidates ratified and overwhelming support from party members and supporters, Prime Minister Christie is now convention ready.
Because we know when we leave that convention, the path is clear towards the next general election. So don't take it lightly when you are asked to get registered. One of the most fundamental rights you have is the right to vote. The right to make a choice on who would be your representative and which government would serve you. Do not compromise on that right, because if you do, you weaken your party's chances in forming the next government. You must believe in your party. You must have access to your members of parliament. You must be able to say to them, you do this, you do that, you do that. You have access to them. Tell them. But at the end of the day, we depend on you.
Also from that event last evening, Prime Minister the Right Honourable Perry Christie explained to party supporters how helping the former developers of Baha Mar place the property at a standstill and plunge the country into crisis. Fast forward to 2017 with new owners Chow Tai Fook, and now the multi-billion-dollar resort is scheduled for a soft opening this April.
The laws of bankruptcy ordinarily would not enable you to be able to get dollar for dollar or get your money back, because the thing is bankrupt. But we negotiated on behalf of the staff, the employees, and we gave them every dollar that they were entitled to through our negotiations. We negotiated on behalf of the Bahamian contractors, and we got them substantial monies back that they never expected. One contractor said Christie performed a miracle.